Kalista is banned this time around, so Aiming won't be able to try to push the Ezreal in that way. We haven't seen Varus. It's not really played in EWC either, except in a weird top scenario against a Rumble. And it's just going to be Kellin's Renata. He's like, it's really good into Leona when he keeps walking towards my choke points. But Aphelios is going to be the answer. It's not bad by any means, but it is definitely outranged by Ezreal, and there's a lot of threats. Right? And that's the reason why I mentioned the Lucian, because it's pretty terrible with Renata, but he just likes to pick these sometimes.
Ooh, flash out of the seismic shove here. Showmaker does take a fair bit of damage back, but didn't have to use his flash. 3 hit by D+, with a lot of pressure in the lane. As Lucid, I think, knows that Sponge is somewhat in the area. Arctic Assault not going to quite land here as Lucid looking to get away. Permafrost.
Really huge that doesn't hit us.
Whoa, that's a very long-range Zenith Blade. Great handshake to try and get them away from Aiming. Yeah, Aiming
3.
Aiming and Kellin are keeping them low as well, as we can see. Then he does have a biscuit as Lucid's making his way in. There's the Eclipse. Great handshake and first blood onto Teddy, and I don't think they're done just yet. They're going to try and set up for this kill here as Aiming's the one that picks up the aggro. He'll get away from the turret, though, as a teleport does come on through. Aiming just walks it off.
That is a very clean handshake setup as Yahoo doesn't have flash, isn't going to be able to get his way out of this one. But
personally looking forward to the conversation with just Kellin by himself after this game.
Just pushing it forward so much with the bottom side control.
That flash was so weird, but it worked so well! Okay, Kellin! Okay, Kellin!
With Renata in the brush there. Not a great spot. This is Kellin's first-person view.
Oh,
okay.
I don't think I need to translate.
Yeah, no for D+. A lot of that coming from this bottom lane, as you were talking about. Those 2 kills going over to Lucid, of course, as now Kellin finds himself in a very uncomfortable spot, which is called the Death Chamber.
Yeah, okay, he's holding it for a little bit.
Yeah, Showmaker throwing some rocks around here as in comes Lucid. There's the cease and desist. And Sponge is in a real rough spot. There's the flash forward. The threaded volley comes down. Yahoo is in position, though. Showmaker does get the kill, but goes down immediately afterwards.
With the scenario, they still have a lot of control as Showmaker comes in.
Yep, looking for Teddy now as well as he's on these rocks. Can Arcane shift out of them, but I don't think it's going to matter. He is going to go the other direction. Tries to throw down as many abilities as possible, but Lucid says Vault Breaker. Sponge going to be spotted here. There's a wallop. Nara into the wall there at the same time as Vault Breaker comes on in. Rascal relatively tanky though, and so is Showmaker seems to be completely fine. Rascal continues to be toyed with here underneath the turret, and there's the hop. Rift Herald was dropped, and now is getting escorted by Kingin. Turret goes down on the top side, but can they actually save Kellin as a seismic shove? Oh, the handshake actually kind of wrecks Showmaker there, but it does not matter at all. So much vision control here as well. Showmaker can cut off this fight at a moment's notice at the same time as there's the attempted escape from Lucid. He does manage to flash away, and then not able to get in for the smite. So that's going to be the first rake for DRX. Can they get themselves out of here, though? That's the question as Kingin chasing after Sponge. Cease and desist. He goes so incredibly far, but Yahoo still not able to keep himself alive. The handshake to save Lucid. He also had the bailout as the hostile takeover just barely not enough, but the double knockback on the Vault Breaker is decent. Rascal.
Kellin can't catch up with him, so he's going to get it. Down he goes. LDR second. I think a great choice for aiming Kellin.
Kellin face checks once again. This is the second time it happens as he's just going to get out. Okay, we'll take the Buster Shot taxi. And it does do a fair bit of damage, but it gets you to your location. True Shot Barrage. Kellin's like not even close.
Trying to sneak a Baron under their eyes is okay.
All right, there's Cease and Desist onto Teddy. Does Arcane shift, but then he falls into the seismic shove. Oh, Kellin!
The second consolation drink, maybe. Kingin has something to say about it.
Yeah, he's able to throw a bunch of rocks in here. It's okay. They do get the dragon. Over the wall now, but Showmaker looking for a little bit. Seismic shove. Has to flash to get himself out of the way, but look at these health bars. They're going down so quickly. And Pleta, he's going to have to be the sacrificial Leona.
Live long enough. This Ezreal is going to be a huge problem. The Jax is going to use those stats so well. Let's watch Kellin here. Oh, my God.
That was beautiful.
He is just so good at this champion. Kingin a little bit late to actually really impact this. They commit the teleport as well, because if they end up coming just a little bit faster or DRX are a little bit slower here, they get the wipe and the game is just over. And they still end up getting a big win. over here.
We got another little battle happening here, or maybe it's a big battle as Cease and Assist goes so far. It's once again the Tristana falling down though, and on the other side, the Vi is going to get rid of the Ezreal. No more damage remains. And even though they managed to get the little dragon, DRX not going to be able to find too much more. Lucid also not too worried about this whole situation as Showmaker, cool guys don't look at explosions.
I don't think that's about as far as the Jax could go as where he was when he TP's in.
Oh, this was Kingen doing the thing that Kellin did before.
Yeah,
it works really well.
It's the good old I'm out of position, I promise. I'm totally making a mistake, and no,
I'm face checking Teehee. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, a little bit of a face check Teehee. But the D+ turned a double 80 carry comp into a 0-80 carry comp real quick.
That's not great. The 0-80 carry comps, we don't like those, especially when you only have 3 people on the map. As we found Rascal in a side lane, he is going to be able to get the counter-strike onto Lucid. That's going to give him. And how do you feel about that trade? Is now Kingen going to get jumped on here as he just crushes away from the Solar Flare? There's the Weaver's Wall trying to get the stragglers, and he'll find 2 as that's just not going to work there, Rascal. Unfortunately, the counter-strike doesn't work, and aiming is going to be able to pounce. Hostile takeover is gorgeous once again for Kellin. And D+, they're like the Harlem Globetrotters now. They are just walking all over DRX. And I think that this one, it's been over for a while, but I think it's well and truly over now.
It's definitely done now. DRX, a valiant attempt, but D+ gonna go up to 6-1.
And now we completely understand why the first pick Vi came in 9-1-7 for Lucid. Absolutely phenomenal performance. Everybody else augmenting this composition gorgeously on D+'s side.